Year 5. As you know, Term 5, we are going to be looking at the Mayans as part of our inquiry topic. Some of you might have noticed in the background, I've got a picture there of Palenque, which is a Mayan site in Mexico. If you have had a look at the Mayan project PowerPoint on the class page website, you'll have already seen that picture. If you haven't had a look at that, I really suggest go and have a look. It's a really great task to do just every now and then, and to just learn a bit more about the Mayans, do your own research into them. I've also found this book, which I think is really good. It's available on all online sellers. It's called Explore Mayan Civilization, and it's by the author Izzy Howell. So I really recommend this book. If you don't want to buy it, or you can't buy it for some reason, don't worry, I am going to be putting some pages online because there's some really nice activities in here for us to do. But yes, I really recommend that book. It's got lots of really useful information. It's very colourful. And what's really good is it's actually got pictures rather than drawings and illustrations. It's got the actual pictures of what things look like. So I think that's better because you get to see what the Mayan sites really look like, and what the kind of things, so there's one of the activities, what sort of things they had, and you get to see photographs rather than illustrations, because illustrations are just someone's idea, they're not actually what the things look like. So I think that's really good. The other thing I wanted to talk to you today was a little activity that you can do. At home in your kitchen. That may sound a little bit strange, but the Mayans gave us lots of the foods that we eat today. Before 1492, which was when Christopher Columbus discovered the New World, lots of everyday items were not available in Europe and indeed the rest of the world. So I've got a couple of things to show you that weren't available until after 1492. But maybe you can have a little bit of research online and see if there's anything else that I haven't included. There are lots of things I haven't included, so you can have a look online. You may already know some. The reason I thought of this was because today I got a delivery of coffee. So coffee was originally cultivated and grown in South and Central America, and it wasn't available in Europe until after we started trading with the New World. So by the New World, I mean South Central America, and also North America is included in that as well. So coffee was one of the things that we didn't have. And when coffee was first imported into Europe, it was extremely expensive and only the very rich could afford it. So it is like really highly priced. Obviously now we all drink it if we like it. The other thing that I have is chilies. So some of you might not like chili, some of you may love chili, but chili is a food that was cultivated. Cultivated means grown in crops and farmed in the New World and in Mayan world. So lots and lots of Mayan food today in Central and South America contains chili because it was like an ingredient that grew really well in the tropical forests of that region. The other thing I've just got to stretch around here is, which I think is the most important thing ever discovered, and I can't believe they didn't have it before 1492, is cocoa powder. Now, if you know cocoa powder is the main ingredient in chocolate. So before we started trading with the Mayan world, we did not have chocolate. Can you believe it? So this is cocoa powder, like I said. So the Mayans didn't actually eat chocolate in the way that we do. So they didn't eat chocolate bars. That wasn't kind of, people didn't people didn't eat chocolate that way until I think the 19th century. But cocoa powder was made into a drink, and that's how people consumed chocolate before we had chocolate bars. So cocoa powder was the Mayans would use with chili, so they combine the two, and they would make a drink, and it was really special, and it was used in their sacred rituals, so their religious practice. Not everyone ate and drank chocolate or cocoa powder or cacao as they called it. It was only the very special people taking part in rituals in temples. So it was really, really special to the Mayans. And it was seen as something that came from their gods. Well, obviously, chocolate, it is sacred and special, isn't it? So that is one of the ingredients we didn't have before the discovery of the Mayan world. The next one you might be a little bit surprised at, and that is tomatoes. Now I've got a tin of tomatoes here, and obviously fresh tomatoes were grown in the Mayan world. So before 1492, so that was sort of around the time of the Tudors, there were no tomatoes in Europe. Can you believe that? Italian food, Greek food, Spanish food, a lot of it contained tomatoes. So because they come from the Mayan world. So that is, I think a lot of people are probably quite surprised by that we didn't have those foods till reasonably late on. Now they're everywhere, they come in tins, we squeeze tomato ketchup all over our food. We eat them probably every day, but they were not an everyday ingredient for most of us. And the last one is banana. So bananas are again a Mayan food. They grow in the tropical forests in the Mayan world. If any of you have been to Bristol Aquarium, in the sort of Amazon walkway, there is actually a banana tree growing, and you can see how bananas grow. And that's quite interesting. So next time you go there, you can have a look at that. But bananas people eat banana every day. I know I do. They weren't available until after 1492. So those are lots of everyday items that weren't available to us till reasonably late, until we discovered the Mayan world. Can you think of any others that I haven't included? Do you know any already? Or can you look some up and see what foods came from the Mayan world? What did the Mayans give to us? Okay, if you find any interesting things, email them in to me, Mrs Hyde or Mrs Cripps. We'd love to see your research and what you found out. Maybe take a picture of the things you might have some in your cupboard. And yeah, we'd love to hear from you. Thank you. Bye.